Question number 3. A lurking variable is a hidden variable that was not part of the original study. The size of the fire in problem number 1 and the amount people work out in problem 2 are lurking variables. So question A medical study found a strong link between the number of hours high school students wear a helmet and the number of concussions. However, it is unlikely that wearing a helmet causes head injuries. Can you think of the lurking variable that might explain this association? All right, here the lurking variable is going to be the reason that you're wearing a helmet. All right, so the lurking variable is the reason that a person wears a helmet. So if a person's wearing a helmet, that means they're probably doing a risky behavior, hence something that could give them a concussion. So the people that are wearing a helmet, if you wear a helmet because you're doing risky behavior all day long, there's a greater chance that you're going to get a concussion. For those of us that never wear a helmet because we never do a risky behavior, there's going to be a lot less likelihood that we get a concussion. So the lurking variable here is the reason a person wears a helmet and the risky behavior associated with it. Question B, another study found that as ice cream sales increase, the rate of drowning deaths increases sharply. However, it is highly unlikely that ice cream consumption causes drowning. Can you think of the lurking variable that might explain this association? All right, and here our lurking variable is the increased ice cream sales. Means it's probably warmer weather out. And because it's warmer weather, more people are swimming. So because more people are swimming, then that leads to more people drowning. So it's not because of the ice cream sales, it's the reason that the ice cream sales is increasing, which once again is the warmer weather. It's probably summer out. Maybe students are off of school, so they don't have any of that. But it all leads to more people swimming, therefore more people drowning accidentally. All right, let's look at question number 4. So question 4, here are some hypothetical studies and their conclusions. Explain why the correlation in each statement is not necessarily causation. If possible, determine at least one lurking variable that may explain the actual cause. Question A, umbrella use increases the number of car accidents. So if you are increasingly using an umbrella, what's probably happening out? It is probably raining. So my lurking variable here is the amount of rain. So if rain increases, then yes, umbrella use will increase and car accidents will probably increase because of that weather. Question B, if a person develops lung cancer, then they were a smoker. Here, my lurking variable is other reasons to develop lung cancer. For example, maybe somebody that you lived with was a smoker instead of you actually being the smoker. So it's secondhand smoke. Maybe it's where you work. If you work in a mine, then you might have different other types of lung issues going on. So there's lots of different reasons that you could develop lung cancer. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were a smoker. Question C, living together causes divorce. All right, so living together doesn't cause divorce. Usually what happens is people live together, then they get married, and then they get divorced, or they may not get divorced. But just because people live together, the next step after that is getting married. And then if there was a next step after that, it would be divorce. So it's just one of the things that has to happen before divorce, but it definitely doesn't mean that it's going to end in divorce. Question D, over 2 million Americans exposed to drinking water will die this year. So my lurking variable here is everyone is exposed to drinking water. So of course, people are going to die. So everyone is exposed to the drinking water. So therefore, some of those people, in this case over 2 million of those people, are going to die. Question E, eating chocolate causes depression. All right, for this one, my lurking variable is going to be gaining weight. Probably if you're eating a lot of chocolate, you're going to gain some weight. And then it's that weight gain that's going to cause the depression. So it's not eating the chocolate. In fact, eating chocolate is probably very satisfying and the opposite of depression. But because you're eating a lot of chocolate, it means you're probably going to gain a few pounds, and then that's probably going to be what causes the depression. Question F, facial tissue linked to increase in colds and flu. So for letter F, our lurking variable here is the increase in sickness, and the whole fact that when you get sick, you usually buy facial tissue. So facial tissue probably doesn't increase cold and flu. It might actually be backwards, that the increase in cold and flu might cause an increase in facial tissue. But because there's sickness and you usually buy facial tissue when you're sick, there's that increase there, that lurking variable. And the last one, bathing suits tied to sunburn. So here, one of my lurking variables is going to be that because you bought a bathing suit, that probably means you're going to go swimming or you're going to go to the beach. Those activities are all outside, where there's sun. Bathing suits are also usually a small amount of clothing, so therefore you get sunburn. So there's actually a lot of reasons there, a lot of lurking variables between the bathing suits tied to sunburn. For my example, going swimming or going to the beach, that's outside where the sun is. That's also a smaller piece of clothing. All right, so you finished the classwork for today. It was a very, very short one for the day. So please get going on either homework or past videos. Make sure you get those past videos done so you can get caught up.